It's World Tourism Day and there's plenty to celebrate. Since the start of 2025, Jamaica has welcomed over 2.3 million visitors, confirming our place as one of the Caribbean's tourism powerhouses. Hi there and welcome to Jamaica Magazine. My name is Theodore Henry. More when we return.
Are you interested in buying land or property? Here are the steps you should follow. Step 1. Find out who is legally authorized to sell the property. Step 2. Ensure all property tax payments are up to date. Step 3. Consult an attorney at law who will guide you through the process and protect your interests. You can also use eLand Jamaica to check on matters pertaining to your property purchase. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us on WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.
Thanks for staying with us. Tourism isn't just about arrivals. It's about creating jobs and opportunities for countless Jamaicans. That's why the Tourism Enhancement Fund, TEF, partnered with the Heart NSTA Trust to train and certify Jamaicans for the industry.
It was a very good experience. It was a very comfortable environment. It was very interactive. It opened my mind to what to expect within the industry. I am Dereka Williamson. I was a participant of the Tourism Job Readiness Program. I participated in this program December of 2022, where I received a double certification under American Hotel and Lodging Association along with Heart NSTA Trust. So I was certified as a hospitality team member.
The Ministry of Tourism designed the Job Readiness Program to help the sector recover from the labor fallout caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. It was rolled out in November 2022, with the first cohort receiving free certified training in hospitality, customer service, health and safety, and other areas. Director of the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation, JCTI, Carol Rose Brown, explains how the program prepares persons for employment in the industry.
The Job Readiness Program had two components. The Heart NSTA Trust is one of our partners. They developed a job readiness program for the tourism sector specifically. Candidates are invited to take that course, and at the end of it, they'll have an NCT vet certificate. The second part of the course, people were able to take one of two courses, either a customer service course or a food safety course. And at the end of each of those courses, they'd have a certificate from the American Hotel and Lodging Educational Institute, who is another of our partners, our international partner in this regard. So at the end of the Job Readiness Program, which is over 3 days, 3.5 days maybe, candidates will have at least two important certifications in tourism.
Ms. Brown says there was positive feedback on the first cohort, but they wanted more participants to sign up and complete the training. It's why the program is being revamped for the 2023-2024 financial year.
We have commissioned a study of workers. This survey will include workers who have returned to the sector and persons who have not. We are attempting to understand something about what challenges, what obstacles potential employees see and how they would want us to resolve, to react to treat these problems. That is one approach.
Initiatives such as the Tourism Pension Plan and information sharing on the vast career pool in tourism are among several efforts used to assure Jamaica's long-term labor capital.
Tourism has evolved from being a seasonal business where people work for a few weeks or a few months and were on furlough until the next season. Tourism is now a year-round business. It therefore provides people with a better kind of life. They have more consistent opportunities to earn consistent income through the year, proper working conditions. Our job is to help to see to it that Jamaica's employees are better off. Our goal, therefore, is to ensure that these employees are prepared with internationally benchmarked credentials and certification so that they can deliver the promise of quality service that Brand Jamaica is known for.
The approach to reimagining the tourism labor market is one that Mr. Edmund Bartlett is leading through what's called TEAM, the Travel Employment Expansion Mandate.
The very base of our consideration was how do we reimagine the labor market arrangement, create an ecosystem around employment that enables both the employer and the employee to get a balance that provides, one, security on both sides.
Yep.
But certainly, because tourism is known historically to be seasonal employment, the issue of tenure became very, very important. So we have to look at that.
In anticipation of the new format of the Tourism Job Readiness Program, more is being done to change the approach to working in the industry.
So that is the goal, to ensure that our workers have internationally benchmarked certification and are able to attract higher salaries, better terms and conditions of work, and a position of respect and regard.
I'm looking forward for us not to be viewed only as a tourism island, but this is our culture. So it's not that we're doing it because of tourism, we're doing it because it's our culture. So I want the world to see us as that. We're just doing us. So yes, I do plan to take up advanced studies in the tourism field. I am currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism management. My career goal is not only to be established within the hospitality and tourism industry, but to eventually have a business that I own personally, to even provide more employment opportunities.
The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin will be conducting the 2025 Jamaica Survey of Living Conditions JSLC starting August 2025. For over 30 years, PIOJ analysis of JSLC data has helped to shape national policy, including on education, healthcare, and social support. When the JSLC team visits your home, participate. Your voice helps guide real solutions. For more information, visit statinja.gov.jm or WhatsApp Statin at 876-569-1083.
One of Jamaica's biggest selling powers as a tourism destination is our people and culture. Let's explore the evolution of vital parts of that culture, dance and music.
Chick, chick, chick.
The Lady G's, the Lady Saws.
Road is in court now, boys.
Scratch Perry and King Tubby, what they did, and that is influencing modern music production today.
The torso is tilted forward, the arms are going up and down.
The original sound system owners, Tom the Great Sebastian, Thomas Wong.
If you look at stuff like, Sata Masagana, people love the song and love the rhythm.
This is a story about Jamaica. but more so its unique soundtrack and exceptional tunes. A story about the beats that keep the feet, hips, arms, hearts, and souls of Jamaicans moving.
Modern Jamaican music can trace its origin to the sound system. Now, the sound system can trace its roots to Tom Wong, the man who had the sound system called Tom the Great Sebastian. After that, people like Arthur Duke Reid and Clement Sir Cox and Dodd decided that they were making their entry into the sound system business. The mood in America, where they were getting the music from, shifted, and the sound system operators decided that they needed to find a way of getting exclusive music, and one of the ways they thought they could do so was to create their own, and that's how ska was born. The anthem for that period, for me, would be Derek Morgan's Forward March.
Gather be brothers and sisters, we're independent. 1962 on the 6th of August, when them was going to have the celebration of Jamaica independent, I was the one on a truck back, and I sing Forward March on that.
There was a close relationship between music and dance. So in ska, the torso is tilted forward. Now there was the options of the arm going up and down, side to side, forward and back. But the overall shape of the movement was very low.
By 1966, ska had made way for rocksteady.
Land of the black, gold, and green. I guess the musicians decided that they want to slow it down a little bit, that people can more relax, you know, in the dancing and thing. So here comes the rocksteady moment.
It was definitely a less exuberant type of music. And some people say that that is reflective of the fact that people were coming to terms with what the Independence Project meant, and they were not as confident as they were a few years before.
No. So the movement was always coming back to center because you are taking control of your space. So it is an undisturbed, cool, the rude boy thing.
It was soon the late 1960s, and what continued as a demonstration of our ingenuity and innovation, as well as a reflection of our souls as Jamaicans, was the evolution of rocksteady to reggae.
Sold died to the merchant ships.
So reggae comes along at a point when Jamaica is now mature in the development of indigenous music. And reggae becomes message music influenced by Rastafari's ideological positioning.
This is why the Bob Marley is so successful, the Burning Spears and a whole lot of people, because the message of the music resonated internationally with the struggles of poorer people.
When we got into the reggae era, we got a lot more of the movement that we would find at the Bobo camps, at the Nyabingi 12 tribe sessions, a lot of swing, the head nods, and a lot more of that religious reverence.
At the turn of the late 1970s, a new beat was formed, one that would share the stage with reggae.
And me, she want, see how me cute. So the dancehall was a space, and then it moved to become a genre. So then everybody, women and men, dance close together and dance and rub-a-dub.
Dancehall, of course, completely in an ethnomusicological context, different because you're getting staccato rhythms now, a faster paced beat. But dancehall emerges as Jamaica's premier street theatre.
Dancehall and the rise and the growth of dancehall music came about when Steely and Clevie came on the scene and started digitizing the music.
Right along with that came the movements, of course. Bogle dance, created by Gerald Bogle Levy, In 1992, you had World Dance, which followed up, and so many others. We went on to see the Butterfly, the Tatty, the Prang, a host of dancehall movements. Dance doesn't operate in a vacuum, so it's intrinsically linked to music.
But no musical genre developed after the 1960s isn't influenced by Jamaican music.
I love waking up every day in this country. This is where I was born and raised. I have such a passion for my country, and for me this is home. In Jamaica, lots of people, they look at just like beach, you know, sea, sand, but our mountains are something to behold. It's majestic up there, and it's a different type of peace. It's a different type of lifestyle completely. I could mention many different places that are amazing, but the one thing I do love about Jamaica as well is that you can find that relaxation, you can find that chill in your backyard. Apart from it being an incredibly beautiful country, an incredibly beautiful island, we have a wonderful, wonderful culture, wonderful, vibrant, colorful people. There is definitely a realness to Jamaica. There's definitely something that no matter what keeps you in touch with reality here. Why come to Jamaica? It all comes back down to Jamaica as a whole. You know, the food, the music, the culture, the people, the climate. Come out and meet us, come out and experience what Jamaica has to offer.
As we continue to talk tourism and culture, our next feature shines light on the legendary Marcia Griffiths, whose music has carried the spirit of Jamaica worldwide and continues to draw visitors to our shores.
Miss Marcia Lynette May Griffiths, Commander of Distinction for sterling contribution to reggae music locally and internationally.
Well, I never actually had any vision of being here today, having, you know, gone through that long journey in music. I just love to sing, and I discovered that I had a God-given talent from an early age, singing in the church choir, singing at school concerts, enjoying every moment.
She's nothing less than the Empress of Reggae. This reggae matriarch never fails to ignite the crowd, whether in studio or on stage. Her music connects with people of all ages.
I am Marcia Griffiths.
We like jumping, la 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 la, la la. It was just a playful, happy song that everybody loved, and that song was my first hit song. I met Rita at Studio One, and it was like maybe years after that we met Sister Judy. I invited both of them to come and do some backup for me at a performance for a weekend. So on the third night, we just decided to do a jam session on stage. And the audience loved it, and the audience said, why don't you girls form a group? And we said, why not? And we formed the group, and I said, let's call ourselves I3. And Sister Rita said, I3, and I said, yes, it's like saying we three, but it's I3. At that particular time that we came together to form the group, Bob Marley and his original Wailers were having some differences, major. And he heard that we formed the group, and he invited us to do Natty Dread. In the studio, we went in, we did Natty Dread. That was straight #1. And then after His Majesty's passing, we went back in the studio with Bob to do Jah Live. And we ended up doing the entire Natty Dread album with Bob Marley. And boy, we became his three little birds, started touring extensively with Bob, and recorded all the other albums that Bob Marley has ever done, besides the Catch a Fire with the original Wailers. I think I'm truly blessed to have shared those beautiful musical moments with Bob Marley.
Her story didn't start there. She first started out as a solo artist, and a performance at the Carib Theatre one Easter Monday propelled her to greatness, meeting destiny helpers that further pushed her into her calling.
I met Bob Andy in 1964, and I think that was a blessing, meeting Bob Andy. He was a real, true, prolific songwriter, one of the greatest that we have ever seen. So we became friendly, and that was like an angel in disguise when I met Bob, because he was my guide and my everything. Then, as a young girl, Bob Andy and myself went in the studio and we recorded a song called Really Together. And he started writing songs for me. So the decade of the 60s, all the songs that I recorded at Studio One was written by Bob Andy. We eventually went on to do a song on the Harry J label, Young, Gifted and Black, which went #2 on the British charts, and we toured UK and Europe extensively. So my journey with Bob Andy was very special. My very first hit song was in 1967, Feel Like Jumping, again written by Bob Andy.
I feel like jumping, Lord, I feel like shouting now. I shall sing as long as I live, and as long as I live.
When I'm going to say I shall sing as long as I live, I truly mean what I'm saying. To be recognized, especially by, your own people in your own country, I think it's one of the greatest feelings for me, to know that, your work was never in vain. And I am just hoping that this could or might be a lesson to this generation and generations to come, to teach them that once you focus on whatever you want to do and you're consistent and all the positive things that you need to accomplish whatever you love in this life and want to do, it is possible.
The JIS Creator Challenge is back. What's unique about my parish, Salt River, every Saturday morning?
It's the heartbeat of Jamaica, one capital city.
What do I like about Manchester? It's always so cool.
What do you think about St. Thomas? What do you think about one Paul Bogle?
Now it's your turn. Create a video 1 minute or less under the theme, My Parish, My Pride.
Show with the history, the landmarks, the people, the food, anything that's unique to your parish.
Upload your entries to Instagram or TikTok and tag JIS Voice by October 31st.
Follow us on all our platforms for more details on how to enter and the prizes to be won.
Your parish, your story, your pride.
Where are we upon? Join the JIS Creators Challenge today.
Before closing out today's show, we give attention to a heavy but important topic. This next feature shines a necessary spotlight on the often overlooked reality of men's mental health and the urgent need to break the silence surrounding it, lest the worst happens.
Suicide is often a silent crisis, especially among men. For too long, many have carried heavy burdens in silence, But what happens when the silence becomes too much to bear?
Suicide is essentially somebody who ends their life or takes their own life, usually because of differing pressures or situations. Women are 4 times as likely to attempt suicide, but men are twice as likely to actually complete it. So you'll find that women will tend to ask for help in different ways as a way of seeking help. Men, once they get to that point, is I just want to end it all. And so it's more of a completeness in that sense.
But why are men so reluctant to seek help?
Usually it's the discrimination, stigmatization of seeking help. The thought of going to a medical professional to seek help because you're not feeling so well, mentally in this case, is seen as a form of weakness, and the last thing you want a man to feel is weak. So having that sense of vulnerability of I need to get support is not a very comfortable feeling for many men. So it makes it very, very difficult for them to actually go out and seek the support that they need.
There are signs to look out for when someone may be in distress.
So for example, a man may be more withdrawn, not socializing as much as before, perhaps changes in eating habits, sleeping habits. So he's eating more, eating less, sleeping more, sleeping less. Thoughts of taking his life. Saying to friends, boy, I just don't see the purpose of life anymore. In some extreme cases, when we know that the possibility is there that they may complete suicide, is when they say things like, oh, all of a sudden everything is better, everything is fine, I know the exact way how to deal with this. Or they may give away their property, sell their things, give away, or even pack up their room in such a way that says everything is now neat and in order. Usually a sign that something is definitely going on.
The weight of unspoken stress can take a toll, not just on the mind, but on the body too.
When we think about holding up our stress, or is a man hold up your stress, it's not a very good thing, because when we bottle things up, we think, oh, it's going to just be me suppressing it. But it starts coming out in physical symptoms, which men may even dismiss. Without having a history of hypertension, they may have high blood pressure, they may have developed certain kind of cancers, excessive tiredness, different things that come up for them. And so it's saying to them, hey, something is not right. We're thinking that everything is fine, but it's not. Additionally, some men may even begin to take more sick leave. They're absent from work, not minding their responsibilities.
Speaking out is not weakness, it's survival. And the first step begins with a conversation.
As we wrap up today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we hope you found these features informative and engaging. Let's stay connected through our website, jis.gov.jm, and on social media. On behalf of the production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.